Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SoundLab Studios. SoundLab Studios Live. This is a video that I've wanted to do for a little bit. I've just decided that it's time to redo my vinyl record collection. It looks like somebody's watching. Hey, welcome to the channel. The last time I did a video showcasing my entire vinyl record collection was almost a year ago, about maybe 10 months. I did it in August of last year, but it was right before I moved out of my previous apartment, and so all of my records were just strewn all over the floor. You could see all of the junk that I was about to move in the background. And I have so many more records now than I did then, so it's time to go ahead and redo my video about my record collection. Also, the last one I didn't show my Beatles records. This one I'm going to do the Beatles records too. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. My Beatles records are in this little box over here to the side. We're going to do those first, and then we're going to move on to there. I'm going to do the entirety of my record collection. We'll see how long this video is, but let's go ahead and get started. The first record we have in my collection with the Beatles is Please Please Me, their debut album. It's a great album. Let me show the record. It's not a very first pressing. It's an early one though. It just doesn't have that gold label. Yeah, solid debut from the Beatles there. Great, very energetic rock and roll record. The next one in my collection is actually one of the more recent purchases that I bought earlier this year. It's Meet the Beatles. This is the reissue that came out earlier this year, or later last. I forget. It was either earlier this year or later last year. But I saw that they were reissuing this. Thought, hey, cool, Meet the Beatles, and it's cut from the tapes and not from digital source. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll pick it up because I've always wanted to have Meet the Beatles. I like it better than the British counterpart with the Beatles because it has I Want to Hold Your Hand on it. I really like this album. This is how the Beatles were introduced in the U.S. Glad to have this. Sounds amazing. Speaking of With the Beatles, here it is. I have it as well. This is a later copy of With the Beatles. You can tell by that label. It's like a 70s or 80s copy. Not my favorite Beatles album, but it's got some good stuff on it. It does have All My Loving. That's the big song. I like All I've Got to Do, and It Won't Be Long as well. So it's a solid album. It's just not my favorite. This next one, however, is really good. Hard Day's Night. This is an original. There we go. Gotta be careful with that. These original Beatles records are worth a lot. Yeah, the first Beatles album that has all compositions from John Lennon and Paul McCartney. It's got A Hard Day's Night, Can't Buy Me Love, If I Fell. Good stuff. Okay, now we got Beatles for Sale. Yeah, I don't really like this one as much as the other Beatles albums. I don't listen to it very much, but there are some songs I like. I like 8 Days a Week. I like No Reply, I'm a Loser, Babies in Black. Those are all good songs. And then we got Help. Help is a good one as well. It's an original copy of it. This has great songs like Help, Yesterday, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, Ticket to Ride. Yeah, it's a really good album. I like Ringo's cover of Act Naturally too. It's a good one. Next we have Rubber Soul. This one is original as well. Love this album. It's fantastic. It's got Nowhere Man, Drive My Car, In My Life, Michelle, Girl. Great album. And then we got another U.S. album, Yesterday and Today. This is probably my favorite U.S. album. It's got this one has Nowhere Man on it, Yesterday, And Your Bird Can Sing. The big reason I got this is because it has We Can Work It Out and Day Tripper on it, which you can't get that on any of the UK albums. And then we got Revolver. It's a big one. It's got Eleanor Rigby, Yellow Submarine, Taxman, Gotta Get You Into My Life, Good Day Sunshine. Great album. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Also original. One of the greatest albums of all time. And the very first album, like full studio album that I ever listened to. Magical Mystery Tour. It's a good one. It's got Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane, I'm the Walrus. Good stuff on that one. Has some weird stuff on there too, but still really good. We got the White Album. Oh, you can see my picture of George Harrison behind me. That came from this White Album. Great stuff for the most part. Revolution 9 is terrible, but everything else is really good. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Blackbird, Helter Skelter, Happiness is a Warm Gun. Really, really, really good album. It's a double disc, so it's long, but if you have the patience to sit through this, it's a great album. One of my top 5 favorite Beatles albums. I think whenever I re-ranked them on Jacob Martin's channel, I put that at number 3. It used to be like number 5, so my appreciation for that album went up, even though I already loved it before. We got my least favorite Beatles album, Yellow Submarine. Not much to say. It's a soundtrack. It does have a Hey Bulldog, though. That's a good song. I got my favorite album of all time, Abbey Road. It's original UK. Love that one. Come Together, Something, Here Comes the Sun, Octopus's Garden. And we got Let It Be, their last album. Really like this one. This is an original, and it's not a counterfeit. I checked the dead wax to make sure. This has songs like Let It Be, Long and Winding Road, Get Back, Across the Universe, I Me Mine. It's a great album. Can't really go wrong with most of the Beatles albums. And then I got a couple of Beatles compilations here. We have the Beatles Red Album. It's the Greatest Hits Part 1, everything from Please Please Me up through Revolver. And then the Beatles Blue Album is Part 2. It covers stuff from Sgt. Pepper's up through Let It Be. And then I got this Past Masters compilation. This is pretty much all of their non-album singles compiled into an album. So you get stuff like I Want to Hold Your Hand, Hey Jude, Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out, Lady Madonna. All that stuff that's not on the UK studio albums is on here. And then this is something interesting that I bought. This, and let's see if I can find the smaller version of it as well. Where is it? I think I put that, the small one's over here. I bought this twice, but it's because the Beatles released something in my lifetime, and that's not going to happen again. So I decided, I bought this first. It's a normal 45, and then I bought the full 12-inch single of Now and Then. The Beatles are, the last thing the Beatles are ever going to release, and it was in my lifetime, so I had to get it twice. And then this isn't a record, but I found this at the store. It's a magazine, New York magazine, that was released just a few days after John Lennon was shot. I wanted to add that to my Beatles collection. It's really a time capsule. It has like TV guides, of course, the main article about John Lennon. But yeah, that's added to my Beatles collection. Okay, that's my Beatles. Now we're going to get on to the main collection over here. There's 8 different cubes. Let's start on the first one. Okay, we're going to start with A. The very first album I have is Toys in the Attic by Aerosmith. But I have never opened this. It's a sealed copy that a friend gave me, and I said I was going to keep it sealed just to, I don't know, as a collector's item. Okay, now we have, I'm going to try to get these to where they'll stay up. There we go, where I don't have to hold them up. We got Asia. It's a super group of a lot of progressive rock artists from like King Crimson and Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Yes and stuff came together to form this band. It's not really progressive rock, it's more pop, but it's really good. It's got the big single Heat of the Moment, which is amazing. It's a good album. We have The Association with Along Comes the Association. My friends Nick and Jason were talking a lot about The Association. It's their first album, 60s pop. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of this album, but I only heard it once. Maybe I need to give it another try. That's all the A's that I have. We're going to B. We have the band and music from Big Pink, which is their house. It's a great album. Cover painting by Bob Dylan. Kind of roots rock, folk kind of music. It's got the big song, The Weight. Take a load off, Fanny. Take a load for free. Yeah, it's a great album. Kind of got their start because Bob Dylan helped him out. They're all great musicians. That's a good album. If you've never heard that, go check that out. And we have the Beach Boys. I have a lot of Beach Boys albums, so just hang in there. This is Surfing USA. And all these Beach Boys albums are originals, too. Surfer Girl is the next one. Got some good stuff on it. Title track. Little Deuce Coupe, In My Room. Yeah, early Beach Boys there. There's Little Deuce Coupe, which was an album. All of the songs on here are about cars. It's still in the shrink wrap, too. I got that for $5. That's kind of what made me want to start collecting the Beach Boys. I think that was the first Beach Boys album that I bought. It says $5 and still in the shrink wrap. It had the sticker on it. And we got Shut Down Volume 2, which is also in the shrink wrap. It's got Fun, 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 Don't Worry, Baby. It's a good one. This is their first really good album all summer long. This is a fun album to play whenever summer starts, and coincidentally summer has just started, so I should probably play this album now. All the songs are about having fun in the sun. It's got the big hit I Get Around, which is a great song. We'll Run Away is really underrated. I like that one. It's a good album. And then we have the exact opposite of Fun in the Sun. The Beach Boys Christmas album. Kind of a Phil Spector-esque kind of thing. Brian Wilson was big into Phil Spector. Eventually that carried over to their music as well. Especially on this album, Beach Boys Today. Great album. It's got Help Me Rhonda, Do You Want to Dance, 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 When I Grow Up to Be a Man. And the B-side of this album is so good. Please Let Me Wonder, I'm So Young, Kiss Me Baby, She Knows Me Too Well, and In the Back of My Mind. Good stuff. You can definitely hear where the Brian Wilson genius is heading. Now we got Summer Days and Summer Nights. It has California Girls on it. A little bit of a step down from the last album, but I still like it. Let 'Em Run Wild and Girl Don't Tell Me are really good songs on here. All these Beach Boys albums are kind of short, though. Hey, here's the big one, Pet Sounds, one of my favorite albums of all time. Has Wouldn't It Be Nice and God Only Knows. Great stuff. Lyrics by, what's the guy's name? Tony Asher did the lyrics to this album. Wrecking Crew provided the instrumentation. You may not get this the first time you listen to it, but once you get it, this is just so good. The next album we have is not actually an old album. It's a newer album, but it should have been an older album. And that's Smile. So it was supposed to be the follow-up to Pet Sounds, but it was shelved. They released it finally in 2011. Yeah, there's some weird stuff on here, but it's really experimental. It's got good vibrations. Glad to have that legendary unreleased album. Here's what they actually came out with, Smiley Smile. I'm not a huge fan of this album. Very weird album. Very lo-fi. Like, it's a vibe, but I don't really like it. It does have, funny enough, has my favorite Beach Boys song, Good Vibrations, on there. Heroes and Villains is great, but the rest of this album is just very weird. And then we got Wild Honey. Big improvement from Smiley Smile. It's like a psychedelic soul album. Darling, it's a classic. It's good. There's a Stevie Wonder cover on here that's really good as well. Carl Wilson kind of takes the lead on this one. It's good. I like that one a lot better than Smiley Smile. And we got Friends. All the songs on here are kind of short. This album is just kind of a mood that you put on whenever you just want to be in a vibe. 2020. This album is really good. I really like this one. It's got a Do It Again, I Can Hear Music. It's got a couple of Smile outtakes too. It's a really good album. If you've never heard this one, let's have a listen. It's so good. Now this one is really underrated. Sunflower. If you never heard this one, definitely listen to this one. Probably their best post Pet Sounds album. Really creative songwriting from the entirety of the group. Dennis Wilson really shines on this one. This song Forever. Okay. Now we got Surf's Up. This album is really cool. I love Don't Go Near the Water, Long Promised Road. Feel Flows is super cool. Till I Die. Man, haunting song. And then the titled song. Really good one. Next one I have is Holland, which the picture is upside down. That's what the actual picture is. It's a boat with a reflection. It looks cooler when it's like that. It has a Sail on Sailor. Features Blondie Chaplin and what's the other guy's name? Ricky Fattar. They came on to do this album. They really elevate things on this album. It's a good one. It features Mike Love's California Saga. Probably their last really good album. I do have this one, though, their last album. That's Why God Made the Radio. It's all right. Definitely a good way to go out after lots of missteps. I mainly bought this just because it's hard to come by, and it's because it's the Beach Boys' last album. You can even see there's a sticker on there that says out of print. Now we got Jeff Beck, great guitar player. This is album Truth. Heavy blues rock. This was like the heaviest thing out there when it was released. Yeah, great stuff. Great guitar playing. Very influential to the formation of Led Zeppelin as well. Yeah, great album. Very hard rocking. We got the Bee Gees with their first album, Bee Gees First. And it's got the wrong cover. Like, that's the actual album cover, but it says stereo, and this is a mono copy. Yeah, really cool to hear how the Bee Gees started out. Not disco at all. It's the psychedelic pop album. It's really good. And this is probably what people think of when they think of the Bee Gees, Spirits Having Flown. Features the big hit Tragedy on here, and Too Much Heaven. Great album. We got Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. It's got your You Give Love a Bad Name, You're Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive. Trio of classics on that one. One of my favorite albums, Boston's debut album. Love this. Love all the songs on here. Love the layered guitars. Yeah, rockin' album. You got their second album, Don't Look Back. Like that one too. Obviously, when you make a perfect album like their debut album, this one is not going to live up to expectations, but it's still really good. And The Man I'll Never Be is probably my top 10 favorite Boston songs. It's like that, Don't Look Back, in the debut album. Those are my 10 favorite Boston songs. Okay, now we got David Bowie. This is Space Oddity. I don't have his first album, and I don't want his first album because it's terrible. This is where he gets good. This is like a folk rock album. And it has the big Space Oddity song with Major Tom. This is The Man Who Sold the World. And no, it's not an official copy. This is a bootleg copy. But it has the goofy John Wayne cartoon cover on here. Of course, Nirvana would go on to cover the title song of this album. Very heavy stuff on this album. Almost like, kind of sounds like Black Sabbath in some parts. And then this is Hunky Dory. It's got Changes. It's got Life on Mars. It's like a singer-songwriter album. And Rick Wakeman from Yes does the piano, so really cool. And then this is his big album, Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Great album. Not much more that needs to be said about that one. Follow-up, Aladdin Sane. Has the Gene Genie on it. It's one of his big songs. And then we got Young Americans, where he completely changed his image, which he does a lot. It's like a soul album, which is really good. It's got the big hit Fame, featuring some backing vocals from John Lennon. Station to Station. It's the Thin White Duke album. This is basically the Cocaine album. He was so high he didn't even remember making this album, but it's really good. Golden Years, great song on there. Stay. And then we got his Berlin albums, where very understandably he decided to get sober. Low. Some songs on here kind of like predict new wave, synth heavy. The second side is like all instrumentals. Yeah, that one definitely takes a few listens before you really get it. This is my favorite of his Berlin albums, Heroes. I think Heroes, it's either Heroes or Life on Mars is my favorite David Bowie song. Much like Low, it's got all the songs on the first side, and then the second side is all instrumental stuff. This is the third album in his Berlin trilogy, which kind of broke the mold. Lodger. I don't like it as much as the other two, but it's still pretty good. I got this for like $5, so had to pick it up to complete the Berlin trilogy. Not one of his best albums, but it's still it's not one of his worst either. Still pretty good. And then this is his most highest selling album, Let's Dance. You got some classics on here: Let's Dance, China Girl, Modern Love, Cat People. That's a cool song. Very different. Again, changing his image once again, kind of doing a dance record produced by Nile Rodgers of Chic. Great album as well. Now we got Blood, Sweat, and Tears with their album The Child is the Father to the Man. Al Kooper, very prolific keyboard player and songwriter of the 60s, decided to start this band, make a rock band with a horn section. I don't know, Chicago kind of took that concept and made it even better. We'll get to them in a minute. But this is their first album. I really like it. Like I said, don't like it as much as Chicago. It's the only Blood, Sweat, and Tears album I have in my collection. I know. Their second album, they get like a completely different singer. I've listened to it. It's good, but I like this one better. Definitely need to check out more from them. And now we got Buffalo Springfield. I have 2 copies of this album. One of them this is a collector's item. This is their first album, very first pressing, that does not have the song For What It's Worth. You know, stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. It's not on the original copy. It was added later on. And that's kind of become the official version. So I got this just to have that, but this is my listening copy. It has that song, See For What It's Worth, on the hype sticker. I like this copy better, but the other one it's harder to come by, so I just wanted to have that in my collection. Just for collecting purposes. Yeah, this lots of Rock and Roll Hall of Famers got their start in this band. Stephen Stills, Neil Young. Good stuff. We got the Byrds. We basically have three members of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young back to back. David Crosby was in this band, the Byrds. Great folk rock band. Do a lot of great Bob Dylan covers. This one has Mr. Tambourine Man on it. Feel a Whole Lot Better is a great song. Chimes of Freedom. Yeah. Cool folk rock album. Here's our second album, Turn, Turn, Turn. Great song. I don't like it as much as Mr. Tambourine Man, but it's still pretty good. Their third album, which somebody put glitter glue all over the front. I can't see the cover, but it's cheap. What's the name of this? Fifth Dimension. Yeah, this is where things get psychedelic. 8 Miles High is a really cool song. And then here is Younger Than Yesterday, probably my favorite Byrds album. It's got So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star. And then there's really good Bob Dylan cover of My Back Pages. All right. The last Byrds album I have is Notorious Byrd Brothers. And this is kind of a more rare copy because it's in mono instead of stereo. It's a really good one. All the songs blend into each other. Really cool. All right. Now we're going to go to C. Starting out with Larry Carlton. You're thinking, who is Larry Carlton? He's a jazz guitar player, and I found him through Steely Dan because he played guitar with Steely Dan on some of their big songs. Great guitar player, really cool stuff. We got his second album, Larry Carlton Strikes Twice. Now we got another Christmas album, Carpenter's Christmas Portrait. It's got the big hit Merry Christmas, Darling on there. It's a good one. I'm going to have to make these stand up by themselves. There we go. Okay. We got the Cars next with their debut album. Amazing new wave album. Love this. It's got My Best Friend's Girl, Let the Good Times Roll, Just What I Needed, Bye Bye Love, All Mixed Up, Living in Stereo. Yeah, great stuff. Perfect album. And then we got the Cars Heartbeat City album. It's got Who's Gonna Drive You Home and You Might Think and Magic. Really cool stuff. The Cars have a really cool vibe. We got Ray Charles, Modern Sounds of Country and Western Music. You kind of need this album. This is like a number one album. Yeah, Ray Charles. Man, such a great voice. Okay, now we got the Chicago albums. This is going to take a while. I'll try to be brief with them. It's their first album, Chicago Transit Authority. Their second album, with 25 or 6 to 4. It's my favorite Chicago album. Really cool stuff on there. Chicago's third album, don't like that one as much. Chicago 4 is a live album, but I don't have it. Here's Chicago 5 with Saturday in the Park. Chicago 6 with Feeling Stronger Every Day. Chicago 7. It's a double album. It's got a I've been searching for so long. Wishing You Were Here. Call on Me. Great stuff. Really good song. You guys are really good songwriters. Chicago 8. I don't like this one as much either. He's got some good stuff though. Old Days is good. Harry Truman is good. Hideaway. That's a rocking song. We got Chicago's Greatest Hits. Chicago 10, featuring the mega hit, If You Leave Me Now. And this next one's the last one with Terry Kath. Chicago 11. And now we're going to get through a couple albums that are just not very good. Hot Streets. Well, there's a couple good songs on here. I like Alive Again. I like No Tell Lover. Yeah, these next two are the really bad ones. Chicago 13, terrible. And it's bad because the first song, Street Player, is an amazing song with some really good jamming. It's like almost like a disco song. It's really cool, but the rest of this album just sucks. I'm sorry, like, it's not good. Chicago 14. Yeah, at least 13 had Street Player. This one has no good songs on here. Thunder and Lightning and Song for You are the closest thing to good songs on here, but still. Not my favorite, but I just had to have it to complete the Chicago collection, especially since the artwork looks really cool when you put them all together. Chicago's Greatest Hits 2. Again, got that for the same reason, for the artwork and for the collection. And now, Chicago gets good again. 16. Hard to Say I'm Sorry. Love Me Tomorrow. And Bill Champlin joins on this one. Really good guitar player. Really good vocalist. I do like me some 80s Chicago. 17. Even better than 16. We Can Stop the Hurtin'. Hard Habit to Break. Along Comes a Woman. You're the Inspiration. Yeah, great stuff on that one. Chicago 18. They lose Cetera, sadly. Jason Chef, he's pretty good, but I don't really like this album. It's kind of an awful remake of 25 or 6 to 4. It's a travesty. Now, Chicago 19. I actually kind of like this one. It's not as good as the other stuff, but like it's got some solid stuff, especially Look Away. That's a great song. We Can Last Forever. What Kind of Man Would I Be? Yeah. This is actually a pretty solid album. I like that one. Chicago 19. I just don't listen to it very much because I'd rather be listening to their older stuff. I need to give that one another listen. Okay, the next, I have all of my Eric Clapton albums together, including every band he's ever been in. So if you see like, hey, that's not in the C's, I alphabetize this under Clapton. Sorry, clearing my throat there. Starting with Cream, Disraeli Gears, got Sunshine of Your Love, Tales of Brave Ulysses, that's a really cool song. Wheels of Fire, my favorite Cream album, with White Room and Crossroads. Here's Blind Faith, the first of many supergroups he helped create. That's Steve Winwood from Traffic. It's a great album. Layla, another great album, another supergroup that he helped create with Dwayne Allman of the Allman Brothers. Here's an Eric Clapton solo album, Slow Hand. Great album. Cocaine, Wonderful Tonight, Lay Down Sally. The Core. That's a really underrated song. The Core. That's an awesome song. Check that out if you haven't. If you like Clapton. We got The Clash. I do not have London Calling, but I do have Combat Rock. It's got Should I Stay or Should I Go? Rock the Casbah. Yeah, great album. I'm not huge into punk rock, but The Clash is probably my favorite punk rock group. I want London Calling, but I can't find it. Sandinista, it's got some good stuff on it, but it's very long, so I don't know if I'll pick up Sandinista. But definitely want to get London Calling, and I've got Combat Rock here. Okay, Joe Cocker. A Little Help from My Friends. Great album. I'd never heard this until just recently. I really like it. Okay, now we're going to get some modern music. What? I have modern music in my collection now? Yes, and this is actually one of my new favorite bands. And a lot of people tend to hate on this band, and I have no idea why, because they're amazing. We got Coldplay. It's their first album, Parachutes. It's got the big hit Yellow. Man, such a good record. Such a good debut, too. Yeah, Sparks, Shiver, Trouble. Great record. Love it. Got another record from Coldplay. It's even better. Rush of Blood to the Head. Yeah, love this one. In My Place. Cool drum intro. God Put a Smile Upon Your Face. Great song. The Scientist. Wow. Such a cool song. I love the piano on that one. Clocks. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So good. This is such a good album. Yeah, Daylight. Really cool kind of modal thing there. Green Eyes. Warning Sign. Whisper. Rush of Blood to the Head. Amsterdam. Man. This is such a good record. I love that one. Okay. Yes, there is more Coldplay. I have more than 2 albums from them. I have 4, actually. We got X and Y. It's a double record. This has their huge hit Fix You on it, but there's so many different hits on here. Square One, Talk, Speed of Sound, The Hardest Part. Yeah. Great record. Love that one. That one they start using a lot more keyboards and stuff, and it's a really cool vibe. There's not really another album in their discography that sounds like that one. It's an outlier, but in a good way. And this is my favorite Coldplay album, Viva La Vida. Viva La Vida, the song, is my favorite Coldplay song. It's got some other good stuff, too. Man, so many good songs here. Violet Hill, Strawberry Swing, Death and All His Friends. Yes, that's just this B-side, too. Lovers in Japan, 42, Lost. Cemeteries in London, Life in Technicolor. It's a perfect album, in my opinion. All right, now we got some Creed. Another modern artist. Human Clay. Can you take me higher? Yep, that's on here. You got With Arms Wide Open. Yeah. People say Creed sucks, but I love this album. It's so good. I have to have it in my collection. All right, we got Coldplay, we got Creed, and now we have Creedence Clearwater Revival. Little CCR here. We got their first album. It's got Susie Q. It's got I Put a Spell on You. We got album number 2, Bayou Country. Proud Mary. Born on the Bayou. Good stuff. Green River, with the song, Green River. Bad Moon Rising. Wrote a Song for Everyone. That's a good one. Yeah, I like this one. It's a good record. And my favorite one. Oh, no, not my favorite one yet. We got one more first. Even though this is my second favorite one. Willie and the Poor Boys. Down on the Corner. Fortunate Son. Cotton Fields, Midnight Special. Yeah, great album. Okay, now we got my favorite Creedence album. Now we have my favorite Creedence album. Cosmo's Factory in the shrink wrap. Love this one. Traveling Band. Looking out my back door. Run through the jungle. Up around the bend. Who'll stop the rain? I heard it through the grapevine. Long as I can see the light. Yeah. This thing is chock full of their best songs. And now we have a rather underrated album in their catalog, Pendulum. It's got Have You Ever Seen the Rain? But really everything on here is pretty good. It's still near the bottom when I rank all the albums, but there's some stuff on here that you should check out. Okay. Jim Croce, You Don't Mess Around with Jim. Also has Operator. Honestly, the whole album is really good, though. Love that singer-songwriter, folk kind of stuff. Oh, here's the oldest record in my collection. Sorry. Bing Crosby, his Christmas album. And yep, it does have White Christmas, the big one. It's a first pressing, too. See? It's got that black Decca label. It's an older pressing. The oldest pressing. Next. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. With their album, Deja Vu. Yeah. Great stuff on here. Love this one. Wait a second, where's their first album? Put that in the wrong order. Yeah, the first album goes first. Here we go. Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great album, too. And Deja Vu. I got both of them. Christopher Cross, Sailing. Yeah, love this album. My favorite is Ride Like the Wind. Michael McDonald. Such a long way to go. We got a Deep Purple album. It's the only one. I want to get In Rock because that's a cool album too. But I got Machine Head. Yeah, it's got Smoke on the Water, Highway Star. Great stuff. Great hard rock album. It's a 180 from Christopher Cross. All right, now we're going to start. No, that started the D's. Dire Straits with their first album. Mark Knopfler, great guitar player. It's got Sultans of Swing. Excellent song. This is my favorite Dire Straits record, Brothers in Arms. Money for Nothing is the big song here. It's also got Walk of Life, So Far Away. Yeah, great record. Really, really well produced as well. Doobie Brothers, Toulouse Street. Great stuff. Love that one. Listen to the music. Rocking Down the Highway. Yeah. Great record. Captain and Me. Fantastic record. I love this one. Long Train Running. China Grove. Yeah. This is a good album. What were once vices are now habits. Black Water. Another good one. Taking It to the Streets. Here's where Michael McDonald enters. I love the song It Keeps You Running on here. That's a good one. And this is my favorite Doobie Brothers album, Minute by Minute. Basic choice, but it's so good. It's got What a Fool Believes, title song. Don't Stop to Watch the Wheels. That's a super underrated song. Love that one. All right, we've gotten through 2 of these squares. Moving on to square 3. Oof, my allergies are bothering me. we got The Doors with their album The Doors. This has Break On Through to the Other Side and Light My Fire. Great debut album. Really cool. This is their first record. Crystal Ship. That's a good one. The End. It's a weird song. The Doors are definitely a more experimental band. We got Waiting for the Sun. I really like the vibe of this one. It's kind of a more chill album. Hello, I Love You is the big hit here. Spanish Caravan is my favorite on here. 5 to 1, yeah. Really, really cool album. And next we have a very underrated album in the Doors catalog, Soft Parade. People seem to hate this album, but I love it. It's got Touch Me. Runnin' Blues, that's a cool song. Tell All the People. And then my favorite Doors album, LA Woman. Riders on the Storm, love that song. Changeling, LA Woman, Love Her Madly, great record. And then I don't think I need this record anymore, but I bought it a while ago for like $5. The Doors' Greatest Hits. Never really listened to it. I've got the studio albums. Probably give it to somebody else. We got Bob Dylan with his debut album. Bob Dylan's here. Bob Dylan. Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. Love this one. This one's great. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's the hard rain. They're gonna fall. Bringing It All Back Home. Love that one. Subterranean Homesick Blues. Mr. Tambourine Man. It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. Yeah, great album. Highway 61 Revisited. Masterpiece. Like a Rolling Stone, Mr. Jones, Desolation Row, Tombstone Blues. Yeah, great one. And then we got my favorite Dylan album, Blonde on Blonde. The double album. Okay, what's next? The Eagles. Now we got the E. The Eagles with their debut album. It's got Take It Easy, What You Woman, Peaceful Easy Feeling. Randy Meisner's got some underrated songs on here, like Most of Us Are Sad. Yeah, it's a good album. Their second album, Desperado, a cowboy concept album. Another really good record. You can't really go wrong with the Eagles. They got all good albums. On the Border, this is where Don Felder comes into play. Already Gone, On the Border, The Best of My Love. Yeah, great album. These are packed in all tight. Okay, One of These Nights. Oh, there, like that. Yeah, great album. Love this one. One of These Nights. Lion Eyes. Yeah. Good one. Man, this is going to be a little tricky to get out. There's stuff in there pretty tight. Okay. This says Rock with Bill Haley in the comments. That's not what it is. It's Hotel California. Because my Hotel California is hanging up on the wall over there. That's my favorite Eagles album. And yes, I know this next one's not technically an Eagles album, but I have it put in with the Eagles. I like to kind of put solo albums in with their respective artists sometimes. Joe Walsh, seriously, folks. He's got Life's Been Good. And then here's the last Eagles album, The Long Run. I can't tell you why it's my favorite on that one. We got it's not the last Eagles album. We got the Eagles Live. Oh, nope. More Eagles. The Eagles' greatest hits, 1 and 2. Okay, now we're done with the Eagles. Now we're on to the Electric Light Orchestra with Face the Music. It's got Evil Woman and Strange Magic on it. Really killer album. I love the song Fire on High. Such a creepy song, but it's so cool. New World Record. Love this one. Telephone Line. Do Ya. Living Thing. Yeah, great album. Tightrope. And we got the big one, my favorite one. Out of the Blue. It's got the big Concerto for the Rainy Day thing on it. Mr. Blue Sky. Turn to Stone. Sweet Talking Woman. Yeah, great album. We got Discovery with the big hit Don't Bring Me Down. It's got Horace Wemp, Confusion, Shine a Little Love. Last Train to London. That's a gravy number. Yeah, I love that one. And then we have Emerson, Lake and Palmer, the power trio. Progressive rock. These guys are nuts. You kind of got to be a musician to enjoy this, but if you're a musician, you're going to love this stuff. Tarkus. This is a 20-minute song about an armadillo tank. Pictures at an Expedition, live. I love that one. Kind of taking a classical piece and making it their own. Trilogy. These are really packed in here tightly. Wow. I'm going to have to take just a few of these out. Yeah, there's the big one. Brain Solid Surgery with Carnival number 9. I'm going to have to move the doors back. Okay, now the doors are back. And I can put my Fleetwood Macs back where they go. Well, before we get Fleetwood Mac, we got a live album. Welcome back, my friends, to the show It Never Ends. And the show never ends. It's a 3-record set. Cool to get to hear them live. Fleetwood Mac. It's the earliest album I have from them with Peter Green. Then Play On. Got Oh Well. Then we got a Bob Welch album. 2 of them, actually. Future Games, which is really underrated. And then the other one is Mystery to Me with Hypnotized. I'd love to say more about each of these records, but when you have a collection as big as this, you don't have a lot of time to talk about each of them. Oh, The Street. We got, what's this? Heroes Are Hard to Find. Terrible album cover, but the record's really good. This is the Fleetwood Mac that people are most familiar with. Fleetwood Mac self-titled album. It's got Rhiannon, Landslide. Here's the one everyone has, Rumors. I love this album. Go Your Own Way, The Chain, Don't Stop. You Make Loving Fun. We got Tusk, more experimental one. Double album. Really cool. Mirage, more traditional than Tusk. It's got a Hold Me, Gypsy. It's a good album. These are in here so tight. I'm going to need more storage for my records. Okay, Tango in the Night. Everywhere. Big Love, Little Lies. Yeah, great album. Family Man. Yeah, Foreigner with their first album. I just recorded a review on this album that'll be coming out shortly. And we got Double Vision. Good follow-up. Hot Blooded. I do not have Head Games, mainly for the cover. It's one of the worst covers I've ever seen. The record's really good, though. I do have Foreigner 4. Yeah, I want... No, that's the next one. This one is Waiting for a Girl Like You. Argent, Jukebox Hero. Okay, these records are coming out of their... All right, Agent Provocateur with this one has I Don't Know What Love Is on it. I actually really like this album. Yeah, Reaction to Action, Tooth and Nail, that was yesterday. Yeah, good stuff on this one. Some people don't like it though. And then Peter Frampton Comes Alive, famous live album. Baby, I Love Your Way. Do You Feel Like We Do? Now we got Genesis, and yes, this is where I put my Phil Collins records as well, and my Peter Gabriel records, or record. I only have one right now. Genesis and solo members. Nursery Crime is the earliest one I have. I do want to get Trespass sometime. This is the earliest one I have right now. Or a proggy thing. Return of the Giant Hogweed rocks. Musical Box rocks. Foxtrot. You got your 24-minute song Suppers Ready on here. Selling England by the Pound. Firth of Fifth is an awesome song. I Know What I Like. Cinema Show. The keyboard solo on Cinema Show is, it's so good. You got your last Peter Gabriel album, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, epic double album. In the Cage, so good. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. So many cool songs on this album. It's a long album, but it's worth it. Now we got my favorite Genesis album. The first one with Phil Collins, Trick of the Tail. Ripples is one of my favorite songs ever. Dance on a Volcano rocks. Robbery, Assault, and Battery is hilarious. I love this album. Wind and Wuthering. A little bit of a step down, but I still really like it. Blood on the Rooftops is a really good one. One of the things I really like about Genesis is their live albums. Here's my favorite of them, Seconds Out. You get the full Suppers Ready live, full Cinema Show live with Bill Bruford from Yes. I Know What I Like, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Yeah, great live album. This is one of the last kind of proggy albums from them. And then there were 3. It has their first big hit, Follow You, Follow Me on there. kind of shifting more into pop territory now. A lot of top 40 hits, shorter songs. Duke, love this one. Misunderstanding, Turn It On Again, Behind the Lines, Please Don't Ask. Man, such a good album. And then here's where I got my first Phil Collins solo album, Face Value. Let's get In the Air Tonight. We got Abacab. Really like that one. Dodo Lurker, so cool. Abacab. No Reply at All, Me and Sarah Jane. Man on the Corner, yeah. Love this album. Tony Banks' synth playing on there is very, very cool. We got another live album, Three Sides Live. Some later era stuff on here. Got another Phil solo album, Hello, I Must Be Going. It's got I Don't Care Anymore. It's the big hit here. He Can't Hurry Love. I really like this album. We got their self-titled album with That's All. It's one of the first ever records I ever bought because I like the song That's All. Very, very good album. I like that one. A lot of people seem to hate that one. It's really good. Here's another Phil album. No Jacket Required. This is Phil's best solo album. It's got Sussudio, Billy Don't Lose My Number, Take Me Home. Yeah, love this one. Here is the big one for Genesis, Invisible Touch. Yeah, like everything on here was like a single. Invisible Touch, Tonight, 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 Land of Confusion, and Too Deep. They're running all the way. Domino. They still got their progressive rock roots in here. Domino, really cool 80s prog song. I like that. It's a great album. Now I have a Peter Gabriel record with So. Love this one. Red Rain, Sledgehammer, In Your Eyes. Yeah. Great, great album. Love that one. And then the last Genesis-related album I have is But Seriously by Phil Collins. Another Day in Paradise. Great record. I want to get We Can't Dance on record. I have the CD, but I don't have the record, sadly. We Can't Dance and Trespass are the two Genesis albums I really want. Okay. Now we got Grand Funk Railroad with their album Grand Funk. Great rockin' album. Sounds like it was recorded live. That's how powerful it is. We got some pop punk, Green Day, American Idiot. It's got Wake Me Up When September Ends, Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And now we got the Guess Who, Canadian band, Wheatfield Soul. It's got the big hit These Eyes on here. Yeah, I really like this one. Great stuff. Burton Cummings, Randy Bachman. Here's their second album, Canned Wheat. Even better than Wheatfield Soul. Laughing, She's Come Undone, 6 a.m. or Nearer, Of a Dropping Pen. Yeah, love this album. And then we got my favorite Guess Who album that I've been talking about all the time lately, American Woman. Love this one. No Time, No Sugar Tonight. Of course, the song American Woman. 8:15. Yeah, great album. Now we got a big box set. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. It's his first solo album. It's got My Sweet Lord on it. Love this. It's a 3-album set. Really cool that I found that. Records are in pretty good condition. I only have one other George Harrison solo album. Yeah, I didn't put the Beatles solo albums with the Beatles albums. Probably should, but I'd have so many of them then. Cloud 9. It's got Up My Mind Set on You. When It Was Fab. Produced by Jeff Lynne of the Electric Light Orchestra. Great album. Now we got Jimi Hendrix. Are You Experienced? This record it's probably one of the best condition records I've ever found. There are no scratches on this thing at all. Purple Haze, Hey Joe, Wind Cries Mary, Fire, Foxy Lady. Yeah, great debut from Jimi Hendrix. I wish I had Electric Ladyland. That's my favorite Jimi Hendrix album, but I like his first one. Herman's Hermits on tour. It is not a live album, it's a studio album. I bought this because Nick likes British Invasion, and he suggested them to me. I've not listened to it all the way through, but I do know the song, I'm Henry VIII. I'm Henry VIII, I am. And we got another kind of British Invasion album. Evolution by the Hollies. It's got Carrie Ann. It's a big hit. It's almost kind of a vibe. I like it. Now we got the first record in Iron Butterfly with In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida is how you say it, I think. This album is crazy. The entirety of the second side is one song, and there's some really cool jamming on it. Really amazing drum solo. Cool riff. Bow, 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 down, 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 down. Very heavy for the time, too. Apparently this was the top-selling album of 1968. I can see why. It's a really cool album. We got Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You. Now we got the big one, Thriller. Love this record. Want to Be Starting Something, Girl Was Mine, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT. Yeah. Best-selling album of all time for a reason. And then we got Bad. I actually like this almost as much as Thriller. It's so good. Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Liberian Girl, Just Good Friends, Man in the Mirror, Can't Stop Loving You, Dirty Diana, Smooth Criminal. Yeah. Another really great album. Very worthy follow-up to Thriller. And then we got Jethro Tull. It's a rock band with a flute. It's their first album. It's solid. I like this one a lot better than that one, Thick as a Brick. The whole album is one song. Pretentious, maybe, but there's some good playing on it. And the album cover folds out into a newspaper, which I think is really cool. And we got some Billy Joel. Cold Spring Harbor, his first album, was released at the wrong speed on accident. And yes, this is an actual first pressing. It's not the Columbia reissue. We got Piano Man. And I'm doing a Billy Joel series, so check out my Billy Joel videos. We've gotten up through this next album, Street Life Serenader. This one's all right. It's got The Entertainer, which is a good song. Some of the stuff on there are not my favorite, though. Turnstiles. This is a really good album. This is his first, amazing album. Say Goodbye to Hollywood, Summer Highland Falls, New York State of Mind, Angry Young Man, I've Loved These Days, Miami 2017. So many great songs on here. And then, of course, the big one, The Stranger, my favorite. Another one of the first albums I ever got. Moving Out, The Stranger, Just the Way You Are, Italian Restaurant, Only the Good Die Young, She's Always a Woman. Yeah. So many huge songs on here, and I love it. Great piano playing, too. And then we got the follow-up, 52nd Street, almost as good. Big Shot, Honesty, My Life. Yeah, just a trio of hard hitters there at the beginning. Zanzibar, Stiletto, Rosalinda's Eyes, Half a Mile Away, Until the Night, 52nd Street. Yeah, another all-killer, no-filler album from Mr. Joel here. This is a personal favorite. It's not my absolute favorite, but it's one that I just really love, Glass Houses. Love the vibe on this one. It's like a kind of like a hard rock new wave kind of thing. It's got You May Be Right, Still Rock and Roll to Me, All for Lena, I Don't Want to Be Alone, Sleeping with the Television On. Yeah, great stuff. Lots of creative uses of keyboards. Yeah, Billy Joel, they told him he was a piano balladeer, and he's like, I'll show them, and he made that album. So good. We got Nylon Curtain. I'm not a big fan of this album. Maybe I should give it another listen. It's been a while since I've heard it. I do really like Goodnight Saigon, though. That's a good song. And Allentown, Pressure. Yeah, so there's at least 3 songs I like on that album. Live album, Songs from the Attic. It's got the more famous version of She's Got Away. Innocent Man, doo-wop album. Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. Surprisingly hard to find and expensive. You got The Bridge. It's got Ray Charles, Cyndi Lauper, Steve Winwood. Lots of guest appearances on this album. Stormfront. It's got We Didn't Start the Fire. Produced by Mick Jones, a Foreigner. I love the song I Go to Extremes on this. That's my favorite on here. I don't have The River of Dreams. It's a 90s album. Haven't bought a reissue either. Probably should so I can complete my Billy Joel collection. And now we have his first album from England. If you've seen the short that I made. This is an okay start for Elton John. He definitely gets better from here. He gets a lot better on this next album. Self-titled album. This and Yellow Brick Road are my favorites from him. Great stuff. Your Song, Take Me to the Pilot, Border Song, King Must Die. Love it. Tumbleweed Connection. Yeah, this is Elton John pretty much trying to be the band, and honestly, a lot of people are a big fan of this album because there's no hits on it, and they're like, let's check out all the deep cuts. I'm going to be honest, it's okay. It's just okay. It's not one of my favorites. Like, there's some good stuff. Come Down in Time, that's a great song. Ballad of the Well-Known Gun, Burn Down the Mission. Those 3 songs are really good. Everything else for me, And I might get a lot of hate from that because some people think this is his best album. No. Like, there's some hidden gems on here, but it's not one of my favorites. This album sounds a lot more like the self-titled album, Madman Across the Water, Tiny Dancer, Levon, Madman Across the Water, Indian Sunset, All the Nasties. Yeah, love this one. Honky Chateau, love this one too. Rocket Man, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. Hercules, yeah, that's a great album. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. I love this one too. Daniel. Teacher, I Need You, Elderberry Wine, Have Mercy on the Criminal, Crocodile Rock. Yeah, great album. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, masterpiece. Benny and the Jets, Funeral for a Friend. Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, yeah, great album. Love that one. Caribou, fun album. Yeah, Elton John is not taking himself seriously at all. Well, some of it. Ticking, serious. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, serious. The rest of this is just fun. I've seen the Saucers, kind of goofy song about aliens. Grimsby, Solar Prestige Également. That song is just nonsense, but it's hilarious. Elton John's not taking himself seriously. He just wanted to have fun with this one. Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. Kind of an autobiographical album about him and Bernie Taupin. It's got the big song "Someone Saved My Life Tonight," talking about his suicide attempt, which is very personal to him. Of course, we got his greatest hits. Everybody has this album. And we got an underrated one. Rock of the Westies, the Cocaine album. Yeah, I really like this one. The Yell Help medley, Dan Dare, Island Girl, Grow Some Funk of Your Own, I Feel Like a Bullet in the Gun of Robert Ford, Street Kids, Hard Luck Story. Yeah, lots of really underrated songs on there. And very rockin' too. We got Blue Moves, second double album, not as good as Yellow Brick Road. What's the big song here? Sorry seems to be the hardest word. Yeah, that's the big song. The rest of this album is just kind of like experimenting. I have not listened to this album in a long time. I probably should give it another spin. I bought it for my collection. Now, this next one is a big comeback album for him. Too Low for Zero. It's got the big song I'm Still Standing, Kiss the Bride. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Yeah, great album. Kind of more reminiscent of his older stuff. And we got Janis Joplin with Big Brother and the Holding Company, Cheap Thrills. Great album, great vocals on that. Journey, Infinity, Wheel in the Sky, Lights. First album with Steve Perry. Love that one. Here's my favorite Journey album, Escape, Don't Stop Believing, Stone in Love, Who's Crying Now, Open Arms, Still They Ride, Mother, Father. Yeah, love that one. Frontiers, follow-up album. Separate Ways. Faithfully. I love that song. After the Fall, Chain Reaction. Sender My Love. Yeah, the A side of this album is perfect and the B side sucks. That's what I hate about this album. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just not as good. They should have done a little bit of rearranging with the track listing. And I should have put only the what is it? Ask the Lonely and Only the Young on that album too. I got Raised on Radio. Kind of a different vibe on here. A little bit of an R&B influence. And then, of course, Journey's Greatest Hits. One of the first records I ever got. And we're halfway there. I have to scoot back a little bit to get to the next cue. Kansas, Leftoverture with Carry On My Wayward Son. The Wall, Miracles Out of Nowhere, Magnum Opus, great record. King Crimson, The Court of the Crimson King. Early progressive rock, 20th Century Schizoid Man, Epitaph, I Talk to the Wind, great album. Kind of weird, but really cool. We got the Kinks with their first album. It's got You Really Got Me on it. Yeah, You Really Got Me is definitely the best song on that album. We got a compilation, The Kinks' Greatest Hits. We have Something Else by The Kinks. That's the actual name of the album. Psychedelic kind of album. We got the Village Green Preservation Society. It's my favorite Kinks album. And then we have Lola. And we got a 12-inch single that came with the Something Else by the Kinks album. I Wish I Could Fly Like Superman is the name of it. We got Led Zeppelin with their first album. Good Times, Bad Times, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, Dazed and Confused, Communication Breakdown, How Many More Times? Yeah. Great debut. Led Zeppelin's second album, Led Zeppelin 2, Heartbreaker, Whole Lot of Love, Livin' Lovin' Made, Thank You, Ramble On. Yeah, another great album. Led Zeppelin 3. Immigrant Song. This one kind of has a more acoustic vibe to it with the second half. Of course, Since I've Been Loving You, that's more electric song, but stuff like Gallows Pole, Tangerine, That's the Way. Oh, That's the Way is so good. I love that one. Very different vibe from the first two albums. And then here's their big one, Led Zeppelin 4. It's got Stairway to Heaven, Rock and Roll, Going to California, Black Dog, Four Sticks, When the Levee Breaks. Oh, When the Levee Breaks. Man, love that one. Houses of the Holy. It's actually my favorite one. The album cover sucks, but the record is good. Rain Song. Love that one. Over the Hills and Far Away. Where's the Confounded Bridge? We got Physical Graffiti. It's got Cashmere. It's their double album. In My Time of Dying. It's amazing. 10 Years Gone. Trampled Underfoot. Yeah. Another great album. And a live album. Song remains the same. If you want to hear what they sound like in concert. I do not have Presence, other than Achilles' Last Stand and Nobody's Fault But Mine. That's the name of it. I hate Presence, other than those two songs, especially T for One. So I'm going to move straight on to In Through the Outdoor, which I actually like a lot. Some people hate this one. I love Fool in the Rain. That song is awesome. All of My Love, Carousel Alhambra. Definitely a more experimental album for them. And there is Jason. How's it going, Jason? I am going through my record collection, and you just got to Led Zeppelin. We got John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band. I only heard this once. I need to listen to it again. They had some good stuff. Mother. What else? I can't see the tracks. Working Class Hero, Isolation, those are good. Love, yeah. Not my favorite John Lennon stuff, but it's got some good stuff on it. The second album's a lot better. Imagine. I like this one a lot better. Of course, you have the title song, Give Me Some Truth. Oh My Love, that's a really good song. Here's another modern artist. We got Linkin Park with their first album, Hybrid Theory, combining heavy metal with rap, which I never thought I would like that, but man, this album's awesome. Paper Cut, One Step Closer. Oh, One Step Closer. Oh my gosh, one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Yeah, so good. Crawling. And then In the End. That's the big hit on here. Such a good song. Dun, 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 dun. You got two vocalists, Chester Bennington, who does the singing, or should I say screaming, because this guy can scream. And then you got Mike Shinoda, who does the rap. And I like how the two kind of trade off. This album is a vibe. I really like it. Okay, now we got Leonard Skinner. If Jacob is watching, he's going to like this. Yes, I actually had a whole video game channel where all I did was play the Nintendo. It's called the NES Chronicles, before I did SoundLab Studios. Leonard Skinner with their first album, pronounced Leonard Skinner. You got your Simple Man. You got your Tuesday's Gone, your Freebird, Give Me 3 Steps. Great album. their second album, Second Helping. Love this one too. Sweet Home Alabama, I Need You, Don't Ask Me No Stupid Questions, Working for MCA. Ballad of Curtis Lowe, Call Me the Breeze. Yeah, man, I need to listen to these Skynyrd albums again. And then my last Lynyrd Skynyrd album I have is Street Survivors. Yes, I have the Flames cover. They took the flames off of the. We're here. Yes, they made the front cover this back cover, but they made it bigger on reissues. So the original ones have the flames. Understandably, they took it off because they got in a plane crash and they thought it was in poor taste. But this cover was made before that, so it's cool that they restored it on like streaming services with this now. But I think it's cool that I got the flame cover. Oh, what's on this album? That's a question. Yeah, That Smell, What's Your Name? Yeah, good stuff. And then we got Paul McCartney. With McCartney. Just got a Junk, Teddy Boy, Maybe I'm Amazed. Man, We Was Lonely. It's a good album. He only goes up from there, though. Ram, even better. Monkberry Moon Delight. Cool song. Uncle Albert. Here's my favorite Paul McCartney album, Band on the Run. Love this one, Band on the Run, Jet, Bluebird, Let Me Roll It, Helen Wheels, 1985, yeah. London Town. I bought this album to sell on eBay, but nobody bought it. So I still haven't heard it. I need to listen to it because it's Paul McCartney. And this is another one of the same thing. Bought it so I could sell it. Nobody bought it. So now it's mine. Venus and Mars. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to like this album. It's Paul McCartney. McCartney 2 with Temporary Secretary. I've listened to this like once. It's a weird album. Very experimental. I got McCartney 3. It's a special edition. Red vinyl. Oh, can't pull it out. It's in the shrink wrap. Very low number on the back. I'm going to hold on to this and sell it for a lot of money one day. Bought it for a lot of money. McCartney 3, standard black version. Not a big fan of that album. I don't know why I bought it twice. Probably because Paul McCartney released something in my lifetime that I wanted to have. American Pie, Don McLean. My Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell, debut album. Of course, it's got Bad Out of Hell, Took the Words Right Out of My Mouth, Heaven Can Wait, 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad, Crying Out Loud, Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Yeah, fantastic album. Thanks Jason for introducing me to this. This is good stuff. We have Metallica. That's the only one I have from them. Some heavy metal with their self-titled album. First has Enter Sandman, the big hit. Unforgiven, Rots, Wherever I May Roam, Sad But True, Through the Never, Nothing Else Matters. Yeah, really great album. Very, very heavy. And of course, we have the Moody Blues with Days of Future Past. It's a concept album about a day. Of course, Nights in White Satin is the big song on there. Love that song. It's amazing. The Monkees. Yeah, we got Metallica, and 2 albums later we have the Monkees. Very broad range of music in this collection. Headquarters. It's a great album. It's them writing their own songs after doing 2 albums of basically having other people do their songs for them. They wanted to be their own band and play their own instruments, write their own songs and stuff. Another Monkees album, Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees. Very creative. This is like the Monkees White Album because there's so many different genres on here. Valerie is a great song. Van Morrison, Moondance, love this. It's the only Van Morrison album I have at the moment. I'd really like to have Astral Weeks as well. It's Stone Me, Moondance, Crazy Love, Caravan, Into the Mystic. Yeah, great stuff on here. Oh, I've already censored this. I don't want to get demonetized. Nirvana, Nevermind. Genre-changing album, or how would you say? Genre-changing album. Game-changing album that defined a genre is what I'm thinking of. Great stuff. Smells Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, Come As You Are, Breed, Lithium, Drain You, On a Plane, Something in the Way. Yeah. Definitely Nirvana's best album. Let's see, Nirvana was after the Monkees. Wait, Morrison. After Van Morrison. It's the only Nirvana album I have at the moment. I would want to get the MTV album and maybe In Utero for Part-Shaped Box. Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. Another album that Jason suggested for me to listen to. Love this album. Britpop, kind of Beatlesque. Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger. Some might say She's Electric. Champagne Supernova. Love it. And now we have the Alan Parsons Project. Some people may not know who they are. Alan Parsons was the sound engineer on The Dark Side of the Moon, and I listened to these albums since I was like, hey, that's a good album, Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, and it's very well engineered, so let's hear what Alan Parsons had to do as a solo artist, and I was not disappointed. Every one of these albums is a concept album. Tales of Mystery and Imagination, about Edgar Allan Poe, and every song on here is an interpretation of one of his short stories put into music. Really cool album, especially if you played around Halloween time. iRobot, talking about artificial intelligence back in 1977. Very ahead of its time. Love that album too. Pyramid, kind of talking about how everything has a set period of time, and one day even the pyramids will pass away. Eve, kind of talking about the importance of women and against people who are rude towards women. Turn of the Friendly Card. This is about gambling addiction. I love the song Games People Play. Got an awesome intro. Here's my favorite one, Eye in the Sky. Kind of about surveillance and people spying on other people and stuff like that. I love not just the title song, but there's like an instrumental at the beginning that the Chicago Bulls use as their intro music. Silence and I, You're Gonna Get Your Fingers Burned, Psychobabble, Old and Wise featuring the Zombie singer. Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, that's one thing I like about the Alan Parsons Project is they get guest vocalists to sing, so it's like every song has a different singer on it. Ammonia Avenue, I forget what this one's about. I only heard it once. Everything after Eye in the Sky was kind of spotty. Ammonia Avenue, I remember it had some good stuff on it. But then, yeah, Stereotomy, it's okay. Not amazing. And then their last album, Gaudi, about the architect who designed the Sagrada Familia, which apparently that cathedral is supposed to be finished in a few years, supposedly. Yeah. I actually like this one. All right, now we're going to move to our next square. We got some more 90s. Pearl Jam, 10. Eddie Vedder, great vocalist. Even Flow, Alive, Jeremy, Black, big hits. Once, good song. Oceans, Porch, Release, Garden. Yeah, great album. More kind of grunge stuff. Peter and Gordon, another album that was recommended by Nick. What's this called? I Go to Pieces. I haven't listened to it, but I bought it because it's a British Invasion album. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Damn the Torpedoes. It's got Here Comes My Girl, Refugee, Don't Do Me Like That. It's a really good album. Going through the record collection makes me realize I need to listen to some of these albums I haven't listened to in a while. So that's a good Tom Petty record. Full Moon Fever, Free Fallin', I Won't Back Down, Running Down a Dream, Facing the Crowd. Yeah, this is another really great record from Tom Petty. I want to get Southern Accents. That's one that I really like, but I just haven't gotten it yet. We got Pink Floyd, Metal. It's got the 23-minute song Echoes on it, which is amazing. We got Dark Side of the Moon. Love this album. Kind of have to listen to this album as a whole. There's Money. Big song on there. Wish You Were Here, which I actually like even more than Dark Side of the Moon. Shine On You Crazy Diamond is just fantastic. Wish You Were Here, the song. So good. We got The Wall. My favorite Pink Floyd album. Tells a story. Flows together so well. And has some of their biggest songs. Another Brick in the Wall. Hey You, Comfortably Numb. We got The Police, Outlandos d'Amour. That means The Outlaws of Love. Oh, who is this? Northern Engineering, Ray Stevens. I do not have any, but you know what? I might have to check him out because I've never really heard of Ray Stevens. I'll have to check him out. I have so much music I want to check out. I have all these records, and yet I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. But Police, Outlandos d'Amour. It's their debut album. Roxanne, big hit on there. Next to You, So Lonely. I Can't Stand Losing You, Born in the 50s, Truth Hits Everyone. Great album. Love that. They got their second album. I have all the Police albums. Regatta de Blanc. It's got Message in a Bottle. Walking on the Moon. That's Too Big Without You. It's All Right for You. Bring on the Night. Death Wish. Yeah. Love that one. I'm a big fan of the Police, and I'm a big fan of Sting. So, gotta have all their records. Señora Mondada. Got Don't Stand So Close to Me. Driven to Tears. Da do 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 da da da. Canary in a Coal Mine. Yeah, love this one. And then we got the album that's kind of different. This is a lot different than their other albums. Ghost in the Machine. A lot of keyboard, a lot of saxophone, and a lot of vocal layering. But I actually really like it for its experimentation. It's got my favorite Police song on here. Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. There's some really underrated songs on here. I love Spirits in the Material World, Invisible Sun, Demolition Man. Omega. Oh man, Omega Man. I love Omega Man. So good. I do not have any Rusker. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a list of these artists you're suggesting. Northern Engineering. I like listening to just pretty much anything and everything, and if I like it, then I listen to more of that artist. I got my favorite Police album, Synchronicity. It's got 3 huge songs on here: Every Breath You Take, Wrapped Around Your Finger, and King of Pain. Synchronicity 2 was also fantastic. Man, such a good album. Other than Mother. Mother sucks. But the rest of the album is great. And then, again, I put Sting's solo album with The Police. The non-singles on that album are crazy. Yeah, it's so experimental, but I love it for that. Like Walking in Your Footsteps, Synchronicity 1, was it Miss Gradenko? It was about like a communist regime or something. It's kind of like a mini concept album almost. Yeah. It's like the first side is them experimenting and the second side is all the singles, which it makes for a really interesting concept. I love the whole thing other than Mother. All right, we got Sting's. Yeah. Is that my mother on the phone? It's basically what Madness sounds like. But we got Sting's solo album, Dream of the Blue Turtles. It's got Fortress Around Your Heart. It's got If You Love Somebody, Set Them Free. Moon Over Bourbon Street. But my favorite song on this album is The Russians. Man, every time I hear that song, it's just so good. Okay. What else we got here? Oh, we got another modern album. I've been getting more into more recent music. This is Daniel Powter with his self-titled album. You're like, who the heck is Daniel Powter? Well, you had a bad day. You take your one down. Yeah, you know that song? That's him. It's on this album. So I like that song, so I checked this album out. It's actually a pretty solid 2000s pop album. Not going to lie. It's a good album. Check it out. But Jimmy Gets High and Styrofoam. Even if you don't check out the whole album, those 2 songs are really good to check out. Of course, we got the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Somebody else is asking if I have Ray Stevens. Okay, that means I definitely need to check him out. All right, Elvis's Golden Records, Volume 1. It's got a lot of his big hits. Elvis is more of a singles guy. Like, he's from the 50s, and I like to listen to albums, so I only have, like, compilations from him. Other than this one, I have one album, How Great Thou Art, which was given to me by my grandmother. This was her original Elvis album, which really means a lot to me that I have, like, something from an Elvis fan. And then, here's the most of my Elvis is in here. Elvis is worldwide #1, worldwide 50 gold award hits. Yeah, most of my Elvis is in here. My friends Jacob and Nick are doing an Elvis series, and they're going to review every single one of his albums. My hat goes off to them. Okay, Briar, Queen. We got the Queen. This is Queen's first album, Keep Yourself Alive. Oh, something fell. Oh, it's my record cleaner. Keep Yourself Alive, Doing All Right, Liar, The Night Comes Down. Yeah, great debut. Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, great debut album. Every Queen LP up to the works. I have most of them. There's a few I don't have. But yeah, love their first album. They get even better with their second album, Queen 2. The black side of this rocks. We have 7 Seas of Rye, Ogre Battle, Fairy Feller's Master Stroke, Nevermore, March of the Black Queen. Yeah, great album. I mean, the first side is good too, but I love that second side. We got Sheer Heart Attack. It's got their first huge hit, their breakthrough, Killer Queen, Brighton Rock Rocks, Flick of the Wrists, Now I'm Here, Stone Cold Crazy, Bring back that Leroy Brown in the Lap of the Gods. Revisited version is so much better than the regular version. Great bit. Yeah, Queen. Yeah, my favorite is the Beatles, but I think Queen's got to be number 2. They're just so good. I got a lot of albums from them. Night at the Opera is my favorite. Bohemian Rhapsody, classic. 39, You're My Best Friend. I'm in Love with My Car, Death on Two Legs, Prophet Song, Love of My Life. Yeah, great stuff. Butterfly on the label. Day at the Races. Love this one too. You Take My Breath Away is a really underrated ballad. Of course, Somebody to Love is the big hit here. Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy, Millionaire's Waltz is great. You and I. Yeah, love this Queen album. Of course, if you talk to anyone in our Music Junkies group, pretty much everybody is going to say they love Queen. Like, I can't think of very many artists that everyone in our group says that they just absolutely love, but Queen is definitely one of them. News of the World. It's a cool album cover. The Deadly Robot. We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions are on this. This one has the most underrated songs on it. Spread Your Wings, It's Late, All Dead, All Dead, Sleeping on the Sidewalk. Who Needs You? Yeah, love that one. I think this is Nick's favorite album of all time. News of the World. Oh, and Melancholy Blues. Did I forget that one? We got Jazz. You like jazz? Love this one. Bicycle Race. Don't Stop Me Now. Again, just more really underrated songs on here. Like, If You Can't Beat Them, Join Them. In Only 7 Days. Jealousy. Mustafa, Let Me Entertain You. Yeah. Another great record. Like, all of these Queen albums are just so good. You got Queen's Live Killers. Do you have the poster that came with Jazz? I do not, but I know what it is. Live Killers. Great live record. Freddie Mercury, so good live. Got The Game. Love this one. Of course, every Queen album up to this one said no synthesizers on it. This is the first one where they use synthesizers, and you know what? It works. Play the Game. Dragon Attack. And another one, Bites the Dust. You have 2 songs with some of the most epic bass riffs, just right back to back. Need Your Lovin' Tonight, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Sail Away, Sweet Sister, Save Me. Love this album. I do not have Hot Space. Hot Space is kind of iffy. I like it a lot more than I did when I first heard it. I used to think it was trash. I heard a few of their songs recently, and you know what? It's actually pretty good. Staying Power, Las Palabras de Amor, Under Pressure. It's not terrible, but it's not one of my favorites, so I don't have it. I probably will pick it up just because I love Queen, so it needs to be in the collection. This is the last Queen album I've got, The Works. Queen transitioned to the 80s remarkably well. Really great album. Hammer to Fall, Radio Gaga, I Want to Break Free, Keep Passing the Open Windows, and Man on the Prowl. Is This the World We Created? Yeah, love that. I bought a mint condition copy of Hot Space just to have it. Yeah, it's, I have a feeling if that was like a Freddie Mercury solo record, people would like it a lot more. But I don't know. I definitely need to listen to Hot Space more. It's not their best, but it's growing on me. Okay, now we got 2 from the same band. Radiohead. If Queen is the band in our group that everyone likes, Radiohead is the group that most people in our group hate, other than Briar and me. But if you know, you know. It's very artistic. We'll say that, and it's music is art. I really like this album. 90s alt rock. The Bends, High and Dry. That song's amazing. Fake Plastic Trees. Oh my gosh, so good. Bones, Nice Dream. Just. Ooh, that song is really good. My Iron Lung. Man, this album is just so good. Bulletproof, Black Star, Sulk, Street Spirit. 10 out of 10. And then their big album, OK Computer. Masterpiece of an album. Airbag. With like the sleigh bells. Paranoid Android. Exit Music. Man, when the Mellotron, the drums, and the bass come in. Let Down. Oh, you have all this crazy stuff with Exit Music, and then Let Down comes in. Sounds real sweet, but then it's such a depressing song. Karma Police. Man, another great song. Cool piano. No Surprises. Lucky the Tourist. Yeah, another 10 out of 10, and even better than the Bends. Masterpiece of an album. Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. See, again, some of these albums, it's like whiplash from the type of music. You have Radiohead, which is real experimental, and now you got Lionel Richie, which is like R&B pop. But I like a lot of a very broad range of music. It's got All Night Long, Hello, great album. I need to listen to. You know what? I say great album. I still haven't listened to the whole thing. I need to though. Now we got the Stones. The earliest Stones album I have is Rolling Stones Now. This is an okay album. I'm not huge on early Stones because it's mostly blues covers. But once you hit Out of Our Heads, they get really good. But I like, what's the song? There's one song in here I really like. Heart of Stone. Yeah, I really like Heart of Stone. That's what I got this for. And now we got Out of Our Heads. Their first amazing album. It's got their breakthrough hit, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Play with Fire, Spire and Fly. This Could Be the Last Time. Yeah, very good. Joe Fonzarelli likes most Radiohead, but doesn't like the first. Well, here's the thing. I actually like their first album, but I take it knowing that it's different. Like, if you know that like it's different and they grow from there, then you like it a lot more. I mean, of course, like Creep is a great song, even though the band hates it. But Anyone Can Play Guitar from the first album is actually super underrated. But yeah, Out of Our Heads. We got December's Children. It's got the big song, Get Off of My Cloud. Aftermath. Here's where the Stones get really, really good. Paint It Black, Lady Jane, Under My Thumb, Flight 505, Going Home, I'm Waiting. Great album. And then we got a Between the Buttons with the hype sticker. Very different sounding for the Stones. It's very British, not very bluesy. Let's Spend the Night Together, Ruby Tuesday, Connection, Cool Calm Collected, My Obsession, Miss Amanda Jones. That's got to be the most underrated Rolling Stones song, or one of them. There's a lot of underrated Rolling Stones songs. But Miss Amanda Jones, love that song, love this record. I think Mick Jagger doesn't like that album for some reason. Beggar's Banquet. Great album. Sympathy for the Devil, Street Fighting Man. Jigsaw Puzzle, underrated song. Salt of the Earth, great album. Let It Bleed, my favorite Stones album. Can't Always Get What You Want, Give Me Shelter, Monkey Man, Midnight Rambler, great album. Sticky Fingers, another great album from the Stones. This has the zipper that works. It's a weird album cover. It's got Wild Horses, Can't You Hear Me Knockin'. Love that album. Moonlight Mile, that's another one of the most underrated Stones songs. And then here's the first Stones record I ever got. A lot of people's introduction to the Stones, Hot Rock's Greatest Hits. Yeah, Exile on Main Street, Tumbling Dice, great song. Kind of a more experimental album for them because it's a double album. Some Girls, it's got their huge hit Miss You, Beast of Burden. Kind of a more dancey album. I like it. Although, for the life of me, I cannot remember what Before They Make Me Run sounds like. All right, Tattoo You. It's the last Stones album I've got. It's got Start Me Up, Waiting on a Friend. No, I do not have Emotional Rescue. I do not like Emotional Rescue. I hate Emotional Rescue. It's such a bad album. All right. Now we got Rush. This is one of my favorite bands. Fly By Night. Great album by Torn Snow Dog rocks. Caress of Steel, super underrated. Fountain of Lamneth, Bastille Day. I think I'm going bald. Lakeside Park. Yeah, great album. 2112, the big sci-fi concept album, which was basically their middle finger to the music industry for telling them they needed to be more like Bad Company. Got a live album. You know I like a band if I have a lot of live albums from them, just because I want to hear what they sound like live. All the World's a Stage. It's got a whole 2112 on here. It's cool. Farewell to Kings. Love this album. Closer to the Heart. Amazing. Cygnus X1. Cinderella Man. Xanadu. Yeah, love that one. Hemispheres, definitely their most ambitious album. La Via Strangiato is amazing. The Trees, love that one too. And here's where they start getting shorter songs, but like they don't like sell out or anything. They're just like shortening their songs. They're still really good. Consonantally, they got more radio play, but like that's what I like about Rush is they're still very. They still have their artistic vision. Permanent Waves, of course, Spirit of Radio, Free Will, Jacob's Ladder, Natural Science, that song rocks. Here's my favorite one, Moving Pictures. Yeah, Tom Sawyer, Limelight, YYZ, Red Barchetta. Yeah, Vital Signs, Witch Hunt, Camera Eye. Perfect album. Got another live album. This is my favorite live album from them, Exit Stage Left, which has a lot of Moving Pictures, Permanent Waves era songs. Signals, my vote for most underrated album by Rush. It's really starting to use the synthesizer on here, but it works. Subdivisions is actually my favorite Rush song. Analog Kid, Digital Man, New World Man, Losing It. Yeah, so good. Love that one. And then they kind of get a little too synthy with these next albums, but it's the 80s. So, that's kind of a given. Grace Under Pressure, really great stuff. Didn't even put the track listing on the back. I got to look at the record. Red Lenses, I know that's a good one. Distant Early Warning, After Image, Red Sector A, Enemy Within. Yeah, great stuff. And then Power Windows is even better. Big Money, Grand Designs, Manhattan Project, Marathon, Territories, Mystic Rhythms. Great stuff. Saw Rush on the Presto. Man, I'm so jealous. I only got into Rush after Neil Peart had already died. Hold Your Fire. This is an underrated album. Some people hate this. I actually really like it. Of course, Time Stands Still. It's a really good song. Very different sounding for Rush, but it works for them. Yeah, I like that one. It's not one of my favorites, but it's pretty good. And then we got one last live album from them, Show of Hands. This is like their 80s stuff live. Now we got Simon and Garfunkel with The Sound of Silence. This is a great album, some great folk rock. Paul Simon, one of the greatest songwriters ever. There's some depressing stuff on here, though. Most Peculiar Man, Richard Corey, really dark. I Am a Rock, talking about loneliness. It's a great album, though. It's just not one you'll want to listen to if you're in too bad of a mood. And we got Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. Even Better Than Sound of Silence. Scarborough Fair. Cloudy, Homeward Bound, 59th Street Bridge Song, Feeling Groovy, Dangling Conversation, For Emily I Might Find Her, and then ended off with the Silent Night song. Yeah, my friend Nick really loves this album. This is probably the most rare record in my collection. You're like, what? It's Bookends by Simon & Garfunkel. I see that one everywhere. But look closely. It's a mono copy of it. Oh, yeah, the other Simon & Garfunkels were in mono as well. But since this came out in 68, the mono copy is super hard to find. It's like a holy grail amongst record collectors. So it was kind of expensive, but it was worth it. I've always wanted to find that one. Bridge Over Troubled Water, my favorite album by them. The song Bridge Over Troubled Water is my favorite song of all time. Of course, you got The Boxer, great album. Paul Simon solo. Me and Julio down with Schoolyard. There goes Ryman Simon. Kodachrome. My favorite Paul Simon solo album, Still Crazy After All These Years. It's also featuring the big hit 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. And the final Simon and Garfunkel song, My Little Town. Here's a Paul Simon greatest hits that somebody gave me. I don't really listen to it because I got his albums, but it's still cool to have in the collection. One Trick Pony. I'm going to be honest, I've never listened to this. But again, it's Paul Simon, so. Here's a good one, Graceland. Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes. You Can Call Me Al. Another one of the oldest albums I have in my collection, Frank Sinatra, Wee Small Hours of the Morning. It's an early copy of it, too. Sinatra, one of the great singers. Another genre whiplash coming up. Sinatra followed by Soundgarden. Another one of the more modern albums I have in my collection, Super Unknown, great grunge album, My Wave, Fell in Black Days, Super Unknown, Head Down, Black Hole Sun, great song, Spoon Man, Limo Wreck, Day I Tried to Live, 4th of July. Yeah, full of just fantastic 90s rock. Springsteen, Born in the USA, or sorry, Born to Run. Sorry, Born in the USA is later. They both have Born in the name. Born to Run is this one. And Clarence Clemens on the back. Fantastic saxophone player. Thunder Road, Backstreets, Born to Run, Jungle Land, perfect album. Here is Born in the USA. Oh, wow. Saw Soundgarden in 89. Okay, so you saw Soundgarden before they got big. Wow. Man, that had to be cool. Chris Cornell, one of the greatest vocalists ever. Born in the USA, Cover Me, I'm on Fire, Glory Days, My Hometown, No Surrender. Fantastic. Lots of singles on that album. We got Ringo's album. Ringo, Photograph. That's the big song on there. You can tell who my favorite Beatle is based on how many solo albums I have from compared to the others. Steely Dan. The Louder Than Love tour, Faith No More and Soundgarden open. Wow. Okay, that's really cool. Man, again, I'm jealous getting to see all these bands live. I saw Billy Joel and I saw Elton John before they died, so that's cool. But some of these people you saw, I'm like, man, I'm jealous. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. Great stuff. Reeling in the Years, Do It Again. Only a Fool Would Say That. Yeah, great stuff. I got their second album, Countdown to Ecstasy. Bodhisattva, My Old School, Boston Rag, Gold Teeth, King of the World. And they start getting this is the last one where they're still a band. They get a little jazzier after this. Pretzel Logic. It's got Ricky Don't Lose That Number. Man, love that one. Here's where they start getting jazzier and more experimental in the studio. Katie Lied. Michael McDonald starts joining them on vocals. Black Friday, Bad Sneakers, Rose Darling, Dr. Wu, Chain Lightning. Yeah, love this album. Yeah, if you're a musician, Steely Dan is just gold. Rail Scam, love that one. Yeah, this is the album where I found Larry Carlton. Kid Charlemagne. I was talking about Larry Carlton earlier when I had his records. I listened to Kid Charlemagne, like, who's the guitar player? Found it was Larry Carlton and listened to him. But yeah, Kid Charlemagne, great guitar. Caves of Altamira, Don't Take Me Alive. The Fez, Green Earrings. Royal Scam, Everything You Did. Another great album. And then my favorite, Aja. Just a perfect album. Black Cow, Deacon Blues, Peg, Josie, I Got the News, and man, Home at Last. Lovely album there. Great musicianship. This is a point of contingency in our Music Junkies group. Gaucho. Some of us love it. Some of us hate it. I'm in the love it camp. Time Out of Mind. Great song. Glamour Profession, yeah. Steppenwolf, Born to Be Wild. Their first album, really good. I like Desperation. Your Wall's Too High. Everybody's Next One. Chuck Berry Rides Again. Rod Stewart's debut. Oh, lost my place. There we go. Rod Stewart's debut, the Rod Stewart album. Really cool cover of a street fighting man on there. Lawns Have More Fun by Rod Stewart, featuring Do You Think I'm Sexy? A funny song. Styx, Grand Illusion, Come Sail Away, Angry Young Man, Fooling Yourself, Man in the Wilderness, Castle Walls. Really cool album. Paradise, no. Pieces of Eight, Paradise Theater is next. Here's Paradise Theater. Best of Times, Too Much Time on My Hands. Supertramp. Supertramp is super underrated. Such great musicianship in this band. Crime of the Century, School, Rudy, Your Buddy Will Write, Asylum, Hide in Your Shell. Even in the Quietest Moments, another great album from them. Breakfast in America, killer album. Goodbye Stranger, logical song. James Taylor's first album, great singer-songwriter stuff. Tears for Fears, songs from Big Chair, featuring Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Shout, Head Over Heels, lovely 80s album. Three Dog Night, debut album, One is the Loneliest Number. We got their second album, Suitable for Framing. Eli's Coming, Feeling Alright. Easy to Be Hard. Toto, debut album. Great musicianship there. Steve Lukather, Hold the Line. Toto 4, Rosanna. Great stuff. Very underrated album. Other than Rosanna and Africa are played everywhere, but the other songs don't get talked about. They're so good. U2 is the only one I have. Joshua Tree. Definitely need to get into them more. With or Without You, still haven't found what I'm looking for. Stuff like that. Weezer. Buddy Holly. Say It Ain't So. At The Who. My Generation. Good debut album. Happy Jack, follow up. The Who Sells Out. I Can See for Miles, great song. Cool album. It's like a concept album where they're doing like a fake radio broadcast complete with fake commercials. It's really fun. Live at Leeds. Like that. Very heavy sound live. Of course, we got their big one. Tommy. Oh, I think Tommy's supposed to go before Live at Leeds. I'll have to switch them around. Concept album. Rock opera. Pinball Wizard. Great song. Who's Next? Yeah, I love this album. Won't Get Fooled Again. Baba O'Reilly. Song Is Over. Bargain. Behind Blue Eyes. Yeah, so good. Quadrophenia, another rock opera. Very good. Love, Rain Over Me. Odds and Sods. This is kind of like a compilation of some non-album songs. Pure and Easy. That's a really good song on there. Who Are You? Promo copy. Great album. We got the Star Wars soundtrack from John Williams. We got Stevie Wonder with Songs in the Key of Life. Then we got some Yes, their first album. Time into Word. The Yes album. Fragile. It's where Roundabout comes into play. It's a good album. I like that one. Close to the Edge. It's a masterpiece of an album there, even though it's only 3 songs. Relayer. It's my favorite Yes album. I love the Gates of Delirium, Sound Chaser. It's almost like jazz fusion kind of thing. Another extremely long live album. Yes, songs. But I wanted to see how they pulled this stuff off live. So. Going for the one. Yeah, Yes kind of goes downhill at this point. They have a comeback. Awaken is a good song, but there's not a lot on that album that I like. Oh, this album sucks. Tornado. I mean, Release, and Don't Kill the Whale are all right. Oh, the Circus of Heaven is just bad. What's funny is I actually liked that album the first time I heard it. Okay, here we go. They get good again here. 90125, Whenever Lonely Heart, great song. Changes, Hold On, It Can Happen. Yeah, it's a great album. Big Generator. I don't remember a lot of this album, but I remember it was like 90125, but not as good. But I remember it still being solid. Rhythm of Love. I know that's a good song. Union. This is actually a 1991 copy. This album sucks. It's just bad. Got the Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle. Love this album. And I put this with the Zombies. It's Colin Blunstone's solo album. 1 year. We got ZZ Top, Tres Hombres, La Grange. This is a sealed copy of Richard Nixon's inaugural address. I got it for $5 as a joke. And I got my 45s, which I'm going to go through quickly because they're not really in any order. We got the Beatles, Hey Jude, and Revolution. We got Strawberry Fields Forever with Penny Lane. Paperback Writer. Ohio by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. We already saw Now and Then. Jumpin' Jack Flash by the Rolling Stones, not on any of their albums. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. Features a different mix of the song with more drums. She Loves You by the Beatles, UK copy. Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, which I got just for the B-side, Hey Hey What Can I Do? Because I have Immigrant Song on Led Zeppelin 3. Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by the Police. Every Breath You Take by the Police, which, again, I got just for the B-side, because I have Every Breath You Take on Synchronicity. I got this so I could get the B-side Murder by Numbers. And because it came with the picture sleeve. Simon and Garfunkel, Mrs. Robinson. I got a lot of these Simon and Garfunkel singles because they have different mixes of the songs that are on the albums. Why Don't You Write Me? Cecilia. I got a Jump by Van Halen. Oh yeah, wait, hold on a second. I think I missed one. Yeah, I missed two. And after U2, I had Vampire Weekend. I missed these. Great modern album. Yeah. Because talking about Jump by Van Halen made me realize I missed my Van Halen record. The debut album. It's got Eruption on it. It's got Ain't Talking About Love. Bridge Over Troubled Water. My favorite song. Had to get the single of it. Day Tripper and We Can Work It Out. by the Beatles. Wouldn't It Be Nice with God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. I got this James Gang record, but only because I had to buy like a certain amount of money to buy another album I wanted. So I got this just because I knew Joe Walsh was on it. And then finally, I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. And that is my entirety of my record collection. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, music is art, and art is expression.